Today we are seeking the public assistance following a shooting incident that occurred in the city's northeast. At approximately 7:30 p.m. on Wednesday, January 14th, two people were in a vehicle in a parking lot located in a gas station at 2520 52th Street Northeast when they were shot at. The driver of the car, a 24-year-old man, sustained wounds to his arm. His passenger that was also in the vehicle with him was uninjured. The victim was able to drive himself to a nearby hospital where he has since been treated and released. This is believed to be a targeted incident and not a random incident in nature. At least one shot entered a nearby grocery store. No one in the store was injured. However, the time, the location, and the amount of public in the area makes it for a very brazen act of violence in the city. This is a major concern to the police service. The store was extremely busy and placed members of the public at great risk. Currently, CCTV from the area is being seized and currently being reviewed. The Guns and Gangs unit of the Calgary Police Service is leading this investigation. We are working to determine a motive for the shooting and whether it's connected to any other recent acts of violence in the city. The service believes that members of the community have information that will assist in finding person or persons responsible and preventing further acts of violence. We are asking anyone with information to contact Crime Stoppers. Take your questions now.
Steve, I know you mentioned that they're working to see if there is any connection with the previous acts. Is there any early indication that it could be connected?
There is some indication that there's a connection to the New Year's Day shooting in Rundle where a house was hit by some drive-by shooting.
Is there any concerns at this point in time of like a turf war or a gang war? Are these two groups that are going head to head on the streets of Calgary?
This appears to be very kind of isolated in nature amongst a criminal group that is here in the city, and that's why the Guns and Gangs unit is investigating these series of shootings.
And you said there could be a connection to the shooting where those 6 individuals were injured and one was killed?
No, that would, I'm talking about the house that was involved or was the victim of a drive-by shooting in Rundle.
That was also New Year's Day, was it?
It was in New Year's, yeah.
What else can you tell us about this incident last night? Police are saying that it's a targeted incident. What are the early signs that this is? Are they looking for like a suspect vehicle at this point in time? What do police know about the assailants?
So we're pretty early on in the investigation. I mentioned there was many members of the public in the area that have provided witness statements. So unfortunately, there is a varying accounts of the offending vehicle. So we need to go through that CCTV to determine exactly what we're looking for, and our members of the Guns and Gangs unit are doing that right now.
Is that common that you just have inconsistent information from
Well,
witnesses?
I can tell you that having shots fired and being a member of the public would be a very frightening thing to have occur. So victims' accounts, they're probably concerned for their safety first and look up and see what they see afterwards. So we do have some varying accounts. Hopefully we'll be able to confirm that with the CCTV and lock on to exactly what our suspect vehicle is and get that information out.
Were the victims or the two in the car, the driver who suffered the gunshot wound and the uninjured passenger, had they been cooperative with police?
Last night we did have an opportunity to interview both. I think due to the shock of the situation and everything that happened, we didn't garner very much information from them. However, as we're speaking now, we are re-interviewing both the female passenger and the male that was hit, and hopefully we'll get some more information from them.
Can you also speak to the nature of what time this happened and where? I mean, obviously it happened while there were a lot of shoppers, people going around. I'm just curious, do we know like where that shot that entered the store, like where it entered in comparison to where some of the people that might have been shopping around?
Well, that's a good question. So as the guys are going through the CCTV, my detectives informed me that just prior to the shooting, there was in fact a lady pushing a baby stroller into the grocery store. And that bullet did impact that grocery store. So we're talking 7:30 at night, a gas station nearby, a coffee shop nearby, a grocery store, people going about their, their family business, their everyday business, and we have this brazen shooting. Now, I understand while people are going about their business, this is not a random thing. These the victim and probably the offender are known to each other. This was definitely a targeted thing.
And we'll actually go through did it go, I know it hit the door, did it go right through?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. So our forensics crime scene unit did go out last night, and they'll do the trajectory and figure out where it went and retrieve it from there. So.
And you said that you'll be re-interviewing the individuals who were in the car?
Yes, that's actually happening right now.
Okay, perfect.
What's their history? Do they have criminal history? Have you dealt with them before?
The driver that sustained the wound in the shooting is known to police, and that's part of the reason why the gang unit's involved.
Can you just refresh my moment? Do you have any suspects in the New Year's Day drive-by shooting?
In the drive-by shooting,
Yeah.
we do, and I hope to have a media release out on that next week for you. That's why we can link what we know about the New Year's drive-by shooting to this shooting here. So.
So just unclear, just in case I missed it. So where the shot went through, the woman pushing the baby stroller, that was in the same range, and that was in the same range where the bullet hit?
This is all in the same vicinity, yeah.
Okay, and do you know how soon before that happened?
It would have been a couple minutes before, so yeah. I mean, it's within the footage that we're reviewing. It's a very busy area, right? It's a busy shop, grocery store.
So is this, do you believe that these are linked? Is it drugs, turf war? Do you know what the essence of the dispute
I wouldn't necessarily call it a turf war. It is both the victim and the offenders in that drive-by shooting from New Year's are involved in the drug trade, organized crime drug trade. So there's some sort of a dispute that's internal to this group and doesn't go beyond. My belief is it doesn't go beyond this internal squabble that's happening in this group.
So it's infighting within an organized crime?
That's correct.
Can you name this group, or can you publicly name this group of people?
You know, honestly, there isn't a name for them. It's people that come together for the criminal enterprise. So, no, we don't have. There isn't a gang name for them. No.
Is there any sort of connection to the recent overnight shootings that happened? I guess it was last weekend, where two separate shootings happened overnight.
We are looking to see if there's links. You're talking about the Whitehorn
Yes.
and Temple, yeah. So we are looking to see if there's links with those shootings. On the face of it, they're probably going to end up being related, but at this point in time, I can't confirm that.
So in the face of it, likely those shootings will be related to this one?
Yes, sir.
And sorry, you said the victim and the shooter aren't likely known to each other?
The victim, and sorry, say that again.
Sorry, the victim and whoever the perpetrator was are believed to be known to each other?
last night?
Last night?
Yeah, so last night, yeah, no problem. So last night's shooting, we do believe that that the offenders, that this is a group that has some infighting, so they will be well known to each other. I'd say most of that criminal element are well known to each other. Yeah.
Okay, what kind of drugs are we talking about?
Cocaine trade is their primary source of their criminal enterprise, but it goes beyond that. I think what we found with this group is they'll use that commodity and use any type of drug to make their money.
Are they generally more judicious about when they're shooting each other? I mean, 2 a.m. at Whitehorn is different from 7:30 outside a grocery store.
Well, I would suggest that not much thought is put around that. That this, while targeted, may have been an opportunity as well when they saw each other. So.
And was this a crime of opportunity? Like, was this an individual, seeing someone who they may have some sort of conflict with?
So that's actually something we're trying to determine through the investigation. Hopefully with the CCTV, hopefully if we have some more people come forward with information that we can determine that, but I don't have an answer for that right now.
There's a sense that they'd be probably indifferent to public, whether the public's around or not. Is that your sense?
Exactly. They are totally indifferent to whether the public's around.
How much of a concern is it for police if these individuals have no regard for public safety?
Well, it's a concern for everybody. So I can tell you that this is a high priority for the Calgary Police Service to suppress the violence that's centered around this organized crime group. So we have our gang suppression team heavily involved in some suppression activities, doing door knocks, doing bar walkthroughs. We have the guns and gangs unit investigative team doing investigation. We have our gang enforcement team that's looking at guys that maybe have court orders and stuff against them, doing door knocks, making sure they're abiding by their curfews or whatever other court orders they may have against them. So there's a lot of effort going into the suppression of the group, as well as the actual investigation itself. They're long investigations, they're expensive, and they're very in-depth, so it takes a lot of resources to do that.
Can you give us a rough number about how many people are involved in this group?
Sorry, I can't.
You don't have a name for the group, but is there a nationality involved? Is it Somali, Asian?
It's not Somalian, and I would suggest that the ethnicity of the people, it's not relevant.
So is there any threat though that this what seems to be like a localized dispute could, you know, branch out into something bigger?
I don't believe so at this time. I think
So it's just between a set number of individuals?
I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah.